are visiting this channel, I thought I would talk you out.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Third World War will not be presented tonight as scheduled so that we may bring you the following live presentation. The Third World War will be rescheduled for a later date. But now, here's... This channel is a not-so-proud member of YouTube's all-encompassing special society of heavily overwhelmed layout enthusiasts. Check any railway show, check any railway club, check any layout, check your own house. You'll find one of us somewhere. Warning, the content of this stream is not suitable for children under the age of 16. The topic, language, themes, attitude, and personality of the presenter is not appropriate for anyone, much less children under the age of 16. Topics discussed will not center on trains and will focus on anything except politics. It just happens trains are running. Any similarity between characters, situations, trains, and intelligent thoughts is strictly a coincidence. Any rebroadcast or transmission of the stream without the express written consent of Major League Baseball is strictly prohibited. Viewer discretion is advised. Remember the 3 rules for model train layouts and pretty much anything. It's your layout, do what you want as you want. Do not tell someone else what to do unless they ask you directly what they should do. Do not call out, mock, criticize, or insult another channel on your channel or anyone else's channel. Thank you for your cooperation. Hey everybody, happy Friday. Hope your week has been well. Let's see who's all here. Welcome in Steve 87th, 156 Andrew. It was kind of nice to talk to you even for a little bit on, I forget, I think it was Wednesday morning. I was talking to you a bit while you were live streaming. I had to get in, go to work. Jean Ricard, pleasure to see you. Simon, thank you for popping in. Tim, always wonderful when you come in. Hey, Andrew at March West, an honor as always. Thank you for popping in. Joseph, there you are. Welcome in, all you knights of the rhomboid table. Hey, Chris, I hope you're feeling better, man. I hope you're feeling better. I'm very glad the scan came out positive, but I'm sure you are still kind of, that's a lot of train rides back and forth over 2 days, and that really sucked that you get all the way down there on Wednesday and they say, oh, we canceled it and moved it. You know, don't they, they didn't notify you somehow, or apparently not. Hello, Kiwi Dave. Was it Tuesday? That's just how the week's been, Andrew. Hey, Kiwi Dave, welcome in. Good morning to you down under. And let's see. We have Stefan. Skål. Our friend from Norway. The Norwegian car Viking. The mad drummer Norwegian car. Your name's going to get 80 foot long sooner or later. Ifo, you've had a week of bad sleep. I'm sorry to hear that. I've actually had a week of not enough sleep. I think we've all had a few days, those of us in the know, those of us who knew, to process. But since my live feed on Saturday, we did get the news. It's it's a lot depressing. I don't want it to weigh down, but you either know by now through one of the various channels mentioning it that our longtime YouTube friend Somerset Andy passed away, died at the start of this week. And I was not in his closest circle of YouTube friends. I was in his circle, but he definitely had people that were much closer to him. People like Dave at South End Southline, and some, Rachel at Mini Wististon Junction. People that were definitely closer to him. Hey, Ray, welcome in. Raymond, great to have you here. But I'm just glad that it came out that it wasn't a clot. Yeah, it's been... It was just rough because I had fears. I talked to Somerset Andy now and then. There were a couple of times where out of the blue he texted me and we chatted. I was in bed, but it was early morning for him or something like that. And just a couple of times, he was such a nice guy. He was a gentle person. He had things he was dealing with in the real world, and he was a gentle creature, and so he didn't take negative comments, negative things on his live streams. And I think there were some times a year or so ago he felt he was being bullied. He felt that way, and that's all that mattered. If you feel you're being bullied, you're being bullied. Hey, Andrew T. And so it was really sad because he was nothing but a positive guy. Yes, at times, even within our small circle, there were times where he was mildly at odds with other people. But I think we all realized he was a nice guy. He was a gentle guy. Hey ho, Mario, ding dong, carry on. And yeah, it's sad. To be honest, I was a little surprised he was close to my age. I thought he was a bit younger. He was just a great guy, and I know in the last few months I probably got closer to him. One of my favorite things is that he was running a contest to name his castle, and everybody gave these great suggestions, and I teased him and said, name it, he loved his dog Jockey so much, and I was like, name it Jockington Castle. And I'm the only person who said that, and he awarded and said everybody liked that one, and I was like, I don't know. I was looking at the chats, and nobody else voted for Jockington Castle, but he in the end liked it enough, and he went to it, and Count Dracula at Jockington Castle. And I think in that time we started talking a bit more, but I was not in his closest circle of friends, so I shouldn't be the one giving eulogies. It just it's tough because there have been a couple of YouTubers that I've known that have passed on. I was a little worried about how Andy passed away, because in some ways it was sudden, but in other ways it wasn't. A couple of people have said he'd been sick for a couple of weeks, and that his sister had taken the dog a week or two before because he just could not care for the dog. So whatever he was fighting was happening for a while. But anyhow, just I guess it's interesting because I just finished up a lesson in Sumerian Babylonian mythology in one of the classes I was teaching, and we were reading the myth of Gilgamesh, and which would take too long to explain here. But one of the parts of the Gilgamesh myth is that after his best friend dies, he goes on a long search for immortality. Why is human life short? Why do we have all these miseries? And he finds the one human who gained immortality, a guy named Ziusudra. And when he confronts Ziusudra kind of says, dude, knock it off. That's not what life's about. Life is make the best of it as you can, and immortality comes from how people will remember you. And I think we're all going to remember Andy as a great guy, as just one of the friendliest, gentlest guys in our community. Just always, sometimes, obviously, when he was dealing with other things, he'd post that video, I'm thinking of leaving YouTube, and, wanting people to talk him out of it. I think really just it was his way of kind of reaching out and saying, hey, I need some people to talk to. And it's tough, but again, to quote Ziusudra, immortality is how you will be remembered, and I think he'll be remembered as a nice guy. So with that said, I finished another week, so people keep walking past me going, are you counting the days down? Are you counting the days down? And I said, I'm counting the days down to my trip to the UK. That's what I'm counting down. I'm not thinking retirement. I'm counting my days down to getting on that plane, because most things are squared away. I'm still waiting to pay my travel agent and just make sure everything is all copacetic. But I am looking forward to that. Joyce and I are definitely looking forward to it. Joyce has been sick much of the week. And the other big thing is we've been, last weekend I finished writing all the Matt Clarke stuff, and I'm very happy with it. It's been a very complex plot, but it is all coming together. The only thing is I wound up adding a scene I wanted to add that came kind of, a couple of things are juxtaposed. For example, the beginning of today's scene really should have been in the middle of last week's scene, and I couldn't decide which part to cut out and put on this week, and I did this one. And then next week's scene really occurs before the end of this week's scene. The first part of it is all one scene. Next week's scene really should have occurred in the middle of this week's scene, but it happened as it happened. No, Jean-Ricard, I'm not going to the UK. The other bad news I just got hit with is my friend Artie Zero, if you guys know Aus America, Artie. Maybe he doesn't want me saying it, but he was supposed to be coming to America, but there's been a hang-up with his passport and his visa clearance, and so his trip has been canceled. And we were going to house him for a couple of days, and we had a dog house all set up for him, ready to go, and he's not going to be here. All right, so anyhow, let's get some trains running and let chat go where it will. What is weird is I did not do this, but for some reason, these two cameras over here in the upper right-hand corner and the middle on the right, they switched on me. They're out of position. I didn't switch them, but when I started OBS today, they're out of position. Now, I can move them real quick, but it was weird. I'm just like, what happened that some of my pictures got moved around? They all got moved around. But yeah, it's a little weird. I'm a little weirded out by that. But anyhow, I'm going to let you guys, if you read the intro to today's live stream, you might know what the theme is. But I'm going to get things in motion. And I think you're good to go. Why are you slowing down here? Get your butt in gear. And are you still blinking? Oh, it wasn't you blinking, it was the other one who was blinking. And don't want them going that fast. What the hell? That was crazy and a half. And let's see, who else? Over here. I think once he gets up to speed, that'll be right for him. Wait, did I do something wrong here? Okay. Oh, okay, I did skip one. Da 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 da, because I've got them out of order. That's all right. It's all right. Well, I don't think I've got anything new since you were last here. Actually, no, Simon. Mellow Yellow is a song by Donovan. Mellow Yellow is a song by Donovan, the British, the British Bob Dylan. Donovan, known as the British Bob Dylan. His song is called Mellow Yellow, so that was a little joke we threw in there because my character is Donovan and Cat Stevens, so there's a lot of things Donovan says are out of songs by Donovan, and a few things, and most things Cat Stevens, a lot of the Hot Stevens lines are from Cat Stevens songs. I mean, that's the whole joke. You found a relic from Delmenhorst that ended up in the Netherlands. I'm curious to hear about that, Ifo. The last two things I picked up were these two locomotives. One is going above me right now, that white one, the Deutsche Bahn 101, the Deutsche Bahn Museum Celebration 101, that white locomotive. And then the other one is... I don't think any picture will... oh, yeah, it will. Let me do the long view. Yeah, if you look at the very bottom of the screen over there, you know, the bottom of the screen here, you'll see a white and black locomotive. That is a... what was that all about? Yeah, Donovan is mad about Saffron. He's also mad about Fontaine. Oh, Haasbergen. Oh, no, you're in Haxbergen. See, the reason I think that is there's a Stadtteil, a city part of Delmenhorst is called Haasbergen, and you're mentioning Haxbergen, and I read it as Haasbergen for I mean, at least it's understandable why I did. So if you didn't look at if you didn't look at the opening, have you figured out what my theme today is? Have you figured out today's theme without looking at the front page when you logged in? All right, somebody is causing a slowdown here. Who is it? Oh, I'll bet it's... Yep, they're on lap 4, aren't they? Yep. Darn it. Oh, that's interesting to say the least. A Schienenbus. Very cool. Thank you for that link. That was very cool. Thank you, Ifo. I figure out why 143 is doing such a crappy job. Yeah, I forgot. I've got my old Regiobahn on lane 4, and that old Regiobahn does not like lane 4. That's a pretty wild-looking Schienenbus. Everything's going the wrong way. Oh, Jean Ricard. Andrew, my favorite UK steam train is the Mallard, okay? I just think it's the coolest looking, so it's my favorite, the Mallard, the A4 Mallard. In design, the A4, I just think the A4s are really cool looking, even if it hides a lot of that great man-made piping and mechanical work. I just love the A4. I love this old Streamlines, like the German Streamline diesels they made. I've seen a couple of them that, with a little work, I could talk myself into picking one up. Yes, that is the theme today. The theme is red. Every trade is either all red but anything that I have is red is on the layout, except for a couple of red locomotives, because I just couldn't put all my red locomotives. I am running the 101. The 101 is actually pulling the Durchstoßwagen, the big rake, just because it's strong enough to handle them. I mean, technically a 101 would not be pulling the Durchstoß, but I wanted to run that one, and it does have red in it with the red ribbon going through it. I'm just surprised that somewhere, somehow, that steam record hasn't been broken. But I like that bluish tint, that grayish blue tint it has. I like the shape of the A4s. I just think they're very kind of for their time, kind of futuristic looking. You know, if you were to create a steampunk world, you'd definitely see something like an A4 in there. Or not. Maybe a steampunk world would be more of an old-fashioned boiler locomotive with all kinds of pipes sticking out of it. They call it garter blue. You know, Jean-Ricard, I wondered if you would try. I really did wonder when I just came up with last night. After I did it, I go, wait, is Jean-Ricard going to think it's political somehow? And I joked with the idea I was going to put it on as commie. But no. No, there was no political meaning behind it. I was just trying to come up with something I haven't done before. And I dreaded people would go, it's all red and boring. Because when I ran all my white trains at Christmas time, I ran all my ICs. A couple of people complained, it's all white, it's boring. And I was like, I thought it was cool. So, no, there is no political statement. It was just a new idea. Hey, I wondered, I started looking at, and it all started with this. I came down yesterday, to set up trains. I usually do it on Wednesday. Lately, I've been doing it on Thursday because Wednesdays have just been too crazy to get down here. So I came down yesterday, and I'm just looking at, I could not think of what do I want to run. I had too many trains I wanted to run and too many trains. It's like, well, I haven't had that one run. I haven't had that one run. And then I'm just looking at it, I was like, damn, I have a lot of red trains. That's what it was. I have a lot of red trains. And I said, hey, do I have enough red trains? And so I counted. I said, trains that are just red cars, I had 4. I had the diesel, the little Lint 648, the little guy that runs over there, you'll see the stick next to me. He runs over there, the little red lint class guy. Said, I've got that little guy as red. Then I've got 2 sets of the the double-decker Regio bonds. And then I have the single-decker Regio. I have that single-decker Regio. And so that made me a little curious. And I said, oh, well, the Railjet has red in it, and that's kind of a magenta, which is a shade of red. And then I said, I've got some freight, you know, the freight locomotives are red, and several of the cars are red. I said, what the hell? I could probably come up with some way to justify all red. And that was it. Well, the problem is, John, if you say it's a political statement, and I say it isn't, and I'm the one making the statement, or not making the statement, then, but yeah, it's not. Because my worst fear is somebody would think I was, like, supporting a certain political movement. No, my station, even when I was running my yellow and blue cars, that was not intentionally supporting the Ukraine, which I do, but again, my channel is meant to be free of politics, so I don't make political statements in anything, any way, shape, or form. It just was a, oh, what the heck, sounds like a crazy idea. Okay, EFO. The Wittenberger, I've heard that. Although this particular group of cars, they're called the Enverkehr. That's what they were called. Now, is the Enverkehr a type of Wittenberger? Because they were all listed as Enverkehr, except for the control cab, which was a Wittenberger control cab. It's a hidden agenda. Fine, Jean-Ricard. You see it how you want. Yeah, I saw and I saw Simon posted a couple of videos with the 755s. I thought those were cool. The only problem is because he's trying to do them as shorts with the narrow angle, they're going zoom, 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 zoom by so fast. I try to pause it, like, hang on, let me see that real quick. So it's like sometimes, you're going to have to get the wide range. I know you can't do it as a short that way, but get the wide range and really let's catch it coming in. You're going to have to do a mix. Okay. Because, yeah, the Steuer, the control cap, the Steuerwagen, was listed as a Wittenberger, but the 4 passenger cars, is it 4 or 5? Uno, dos, tres, cuatro. It's 4. But the 4 passenger cars were and Silberlinge would make sense thinking about the Silberlinge. But yeah, they call them Endverkehr. Behave, genre card. No, not just for me. Just like I shouldn't be one to talk, but a good mix. Shorts are nice, but getting a nice, good, long view is cool, too. Because, like, Andrew posted a couple where he was train spotting today, and I loved watching 156 Andrew, since we had 3 Andrews here. 156 Andrew was train spotting, and I'm starting to really love those because he gets so excited. And I'm like, that's where I can dig it. He's like, there it is, yes. Or like the one. What, Andrew, I didn't see if you replied to me, but on the one you did last week, what got you coughing? Because I swear it must have been the steam or something came at you because all of a sudden you started coughing. Hey, I was nice and ran one Steuerwagen first for you last week, and what did you do? You complained about the speed of the freight. So I've learned, Jean-Ricard, there's no making you happy. So I'm going to make me happy, and you can sit there and be a grumpy frumpy, or a frumpy grumpy. The N-scale business is going just fine. I only have the one N scale. I do like sleeping in my bed, and if I started buying N scale, I don't think I'd be sleeping in my bed, if you catch my drift. There's a lot of bonuses to being able to sleep in my bed. So I still only have this one freely delivered N scale. I just got to find sort of a display shelf I can put it up on. Actually, I got plenty, but I kind of like, I've just got to do a lot of things. But that was funny because you're like, yo, that was great. Oh, that was awesome. You're just happy being allowed in here. Well, you keep picking on me, and Joyce may revoke that privilege. But, no, last weekend, yeah, I spent all last weekend writing Matt Clarke, and then I realized I kind of screwed something up. So I rewrote a scene, but I had already put last week's episode up, and I really would have rearranged about 3 scenes. And so I already filmed what was supposed to, well, I filmed what was going to be next week's episode. That's now 2 weeks away, and I created I took parts from 2 other episodes and spliced them into this week's episode so that things are going in the right order. Whoa! What in the heck happened there, my friends? Well, son of a gun, I knew you were going to be problems. I just knew you were going to be problems. These are the first and last ESU cars I am ever going to buy. You guys are obnoxious as all heck. There'll be a brief delay in today's show because the stupid car uncoupled. Holy cow. Ah. ESU shouldn't call me. Sorry about that. Had a uncouple and a derail. Yeah, you know, it always happens, right? But those cars are by ESU. Those the cars we were just talking about, EFO, they're by ESU. And to be honest, and it just did it again. Why is it even going the wrong way? That's what's ticking me off. It just did it again. That's aggravating the crap out of me. What is your major malfunction, Private Pile? First of all, why did you change directions? Yeah, it changed directions out of the blue. Yeah, I have not been impressed with these ESU cars at all. They're lightweight, they derail, they're on radius 5 curves and they're derailing. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we just had my system go on the fritz. My train here is acting like a complete... You are really annoying the crap out of me. This is why I don't run you that often. But you're being worse than ever. All right, let's see how we're doing. I'm gonna... So bear with me, friends. Sorry about that. And so who else is stalled out? Oh, all right. Now he will come to a stop, won't he? I see. Whoops, got him going the wrong way. No, he's going the right way. And who's paused? The 143 is paused. Huh. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, I would have to tear the cars apart and put them in there, but yeah, I have not been impressed with them. They're very detailed, but they're very lightweight, and their couplers are based on the Roco Telex couplers, aren't the best. And yeah, I won't buy ESU cars again. I have not been impressed with these. They look good, but they've been crap running. And yes, I could alter the weight a little, but they're not supposed to. They're supposed to be weighted enough that you don't need to add weight. But yeah, they're just the couplers they come with, even on even when they're going around radius 5 curves, their couplers catch. And these are true 187 scale cars. These are not shortened cars. They're true 187 scale cars, which is one of the reasons I bought them, to see how they would do it. But boy, they do not like, especially running this outer lap. And they were fine, but what happened is the train, for some reason, started going the other way. I don't know if I bumped a button and caused the train to change direction, but they were going the other way. And these ESU couplers do not like going Steuerwagen first. They don't like push. They're okay pull, but they don't like push, and that's what was happening. All of a sudden, it was going the wrong way. Or I set it up the wrong way is probably the best way to put it, because either that or the cars, I wonder if that's what happened. I'm wondering if the cars uncoupled and it picked them up and went the other way, because I had that set up to go the other way. So I must have missed that they uncoupled, and then the car came around and clicked them and hit them going the other way. And that's probably what caused the uncoupling. Did anybody see that? Well, I've never been a member of that one, EFO. I've been on the Miracle Users Net. Did I watch your live stream last Friday? I watched part of it, yeah. Ultimate River Counter. Well, that would be a place I wouldn't want to go then. I'm going to slow this guy down. Now, this is me stopping this just for a second because I'm going to change something around here real quick. You are supposed to be going this way, dude. So did I set you up stupidly backwards? Or correct, as Jean Ricard might say? Now, do. There we go. I'll feel happier with that. Anyhow, hey Ray, how you doing? I know you've had a rough couple of weeks. Do you have your traffic lights going? But, because the locomotive pulling them, that is a Pico. I'm trying to remember. It's a Pico or a Roco. I think it's a Pico. Class 181.2. And that is an amazingly nice loco. I really like it. Or was it a Miraklin? No, it was a Pico. Now I can't remember. I gotta go look at the box. But the last three locomotives I have bought have been maybe the three best locomotives I've owned outside that Railjet locomotive, which is a nice locomotive. But the Class 218 I bought, that's the one that's half black, half white, the Pico Miraklin joint. That's an amazing runner. That Deutsche Bahn guy right there that just went above me, the white with the Deutsche Bahn Museum celebration advertisement on it, is just a great locomotive. And the so yeah, those last three locomotives that I bought. Now, the ones I picked up at Christmas, that Class 101, Red 101, which actually I should have run it today, but I wanted to make sure it was good to go, and I didn't. Because that's the one where sometimes it's running well. That's the one the first time I ever took something apart and took the gears in and cleaned up the gears individually and put it back together, and then it started running better. But it's been sitting for 5 weeks, 6 weeks since I last ran it. So I probably will get it down, if not this weekend, maybe when I start setting up for next week's live stream. I will do that and make sure it's... Oh, wow, Ray. I am really sorry to hear that. Man, I hate to say it, but it's in the air. It is in the air. Oh, man. That's... Hey, Philip Page, nice to see you, man. I'm sorry, Ray, man. Hugs and a pat on the back for you, dude. The brown goop, EFO, the only... I have EFO, I have this one. Let me get to... I use this one. Is this the one you're talking about, the 7149? This is the lubricant I use for all my trains. Märklin, Rocco, Pico, Jägendorfer. This is the one I use. So I don't know if this is the one that's called the brown goo. It comes out nice and clear. But this is the lubricant I use. But or are you talking about like what comes pre-installed on the locos? Because I mean, in all fairness, the 101 I took apart, that is a Märklin, but that's an old one. Well, I shouldn't say old, because with Märklin, old can mean 100 years old. It's a it's from 2000. It's a model from 2003, 2004, so it's close to a 20-year-old model. It's a 2002, 2003 model. It's as old as my Rheingold, but it had been sitting. I mean, the guy who sold it to me said it had been sitting, it had not been used, that he put it on his track and it seemed to run. The old American. Okay, I get you now, Jean Ricard. Thank you. But yeah, because in a lot of this stuff, EFO, you are becoming kind of a guy that I wait for you to tell me, because you know so much, EFO. I'm still a newbie in this, and I'm very limited in my knowledge. And I go by what I've read or heard, and that's not always true. So, you know, as I always demonstrate, like when I was doing Artie's show last week, I love to learn. So if I'm wrong, I love being corrected and shown. Now, there are times people will argue something, like we won't even talk, is Märklin 3-rail AC or DC, because that gets an argument between engineers all the time. And Roy is like, it's still DC, it's still DC. And then my friend Dale Schultz says, no, it is AC. In the end, it's AC. It may be 3-rail, but it's DC. And Dale will say, no, it's still AC. And I'm not the tech guy in that field. You want your house rewired? I can do it. You want your computer rewired? You want your Digitracks rewired? Don't ask me. That's a wall of ignorance I have. I never did it. I've never done it. I have no experience with it. I built some computers back in the 1980s with friends because their dads were big computer whizzes, and I was trying to learn, and it was plug diode here, solder this to this, but I wasn't truly doing the IT part of it. Well, hi, Jim. How are you? I'm doing great, Jim. Yeah, I guess, I mean, the last few weeks have been flying by to me, so now that you mentioned, I was like, yeah, you haven't posted in a few weeks. So I'm sorry I hadn't noticed. No, Jean Ricard, I don't. The oldest models I have are from 2003. So you're absolutely right. I don't. So that's why I was correcting myself when I said it's an old one, and I said, well, it's 2003. But the two oldest locos I have are from 2003. Okay, and I know you guys got locos. My friend Luma that comes in, he's got American locos that go back to the 40s and 50s. So, yeah, I always have to couch that. But basically, all my locos are 2015 or later. I am very new, and I buy new. When it came to this hobby, I wanted to buy new because I had that stupid opinion that if you buy it new, you're not going to run into problems right away. Where when you buy old or used, it might have problems. And I wasn't at the state where I wanted to learn how to fix model locomotives. So I bought new. Now, a couple of things I did buy used. For example, it's not running, but my Nordvestbahn, my Lint class, that's from 2013. And that was used when I bought it. My first ICE3 was used. And then that Red 101 was used, and this stupid Brava over here was used. And I won't buy used again. I've just had too much bad luck when I bought used locomotives. Oh. Let's get all your lights working again, guys. Now, how about 187? Yeah, 187's got his lights going. Hey, Owen Concord is here. I'm sorry, you did come in. Hey there, Owen. Nice to have you. Yeah, I've read now that MTH did 3-rail. It'd be interesting to see if MTH did HO scale true 3-rail. Where they have the ski. Oops. What are you doing falling out? Yeah, by the way, we were talking about this before. Let me show this silly little thing. Americans won't get this, but I think Europeans will. Somebody asked me a while ago about this one to introduce it to my kids. And yes, I do have Emma. And I have Lucas and Jim Knopf. I have Jim Knopf and Lucas in there. But for those of you who don't know, this is a locomotive from a famous children's story in Germany called Jim Button and Lucas the Locomotive Engineer. Or in German, Jim Knopf und Lukas der Lokomotivführer. And the train is Emma. And you can see there's a big E on her. And this is a Miraklin model. In 2016, they released a movie, a live-action movie about this. It didn't do great at the box office in Germany, which is kind of a shame. I think it's a very cute movie, and I showed it to my students. Well, that might be true in the UK, Andrew T., because especially with the problems you guys are having with Hornby especially, and a couple of the other companies like Hellion, their 00 stuff. Hi, Pierre. You're not stupid, hardly. Well, hey, David from Cottesmore. How are you, sir? Man, I sure miss your old videos, but hey, you move on, you do what you do. It's nice to have you here. By the way, I've been here babbling. You guys should have mentioned. I'll go back to the trains. But yes, we're running all red. And despite Jean Ricard's protest, there was no statement in it other than, I've got a lot of red trains. Maybe that'll be my theme today. I'm doing okay. It's been an odd week. Work was a hard week. We had some craziness again at work. But that's what coming home and hanging out with internet friends is all about, so you can forget the week. Joyce has not felt well all week, so that's been a little bit of a stress. You're killing me, Smalls. You're killing me. But apparently choosing to run all the red trains has led to a couple of little issues. But how many trains do I have? Over 20. All right, Andrew, we'll see you in a bit. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10. I have about 21 different trains and 25, 26 total locomotives. I am arriving in the UK. I am arriving in London on June 2nd. Joyce and I fly out June 1st, which is my first official day of retirement. We fly out June 1st. We arrive at London Heathrow on June 2nd, and we're staying June 2nd, 3rd, and 4th in London. And then the 5th through 8th, we're going to Cardiff. We're going to be in Cardiff. June 5 through 8, and then I don't have the calendar here. Joyce, where'd you go with the calendar, woman? She runs off with it. I do have it on computer. Do it again, bow, bow, bow. Where we at? But I don't have it on this computer. So, unfortunately. And once again, you're killing me. You derail or you uncoupled. All right, you know what? I'm really getting aggravated with this. Why are you constantly uncoupling? That's what happened the last time. It uncoupled. I need to catch that. I don't know why I'm not seeing it. 9 cameras, and I'm not seeing the locomotive uncouple from that group of cars and coming around and hitting it in the rear end. That's what's causing all the issues. Are we good? I gotta keep an eye on that. That's driving me crazy, damn it. Hey, Clive, how are you? So we are, I believe the date set for York is June 23rd. And I had something over here. Come on, guys. Oh, man. What is going on? I'm having one of those days. Ah, well, it's bound to happen now and then. Don't do it. I broke my rule. I put those old Regio cars on lane 4 again, and that's causing the slowdown. But then I figured I had my Beatles, my Hornby Beatles Sgt. Pepper's, which is red, so I thought, what the hell, I'll throw that on too, even though it's got the wrong couplers. I've got to change couplers and be able to put the European couplers on this guy. I don't know what it is. Come on, European guys or island guys. This coupler system's got to go. Catch up with the rest of the world. Sorry, UK guys, but really. That's got to go. The 21st century is not scary. Well, I actually don't have trouble with the Roco or the American unless I try to link a Roco to a American, which I sometimes do. But these ESU are similar to the Roco, and they're awful. But yeah, I'll have to look into it. Because actually, originally I put all American couplers on it, but the Americans were too tight, so the buffers were catching on the curves. So I had to go put the ESU ones back on. I do have a few spare. I have a few spare Rocos and a bunch of spare American couplers because I did buy. My friends all told me buy extra couplers and blah blah. I'll have to check with the calendar, because that might be a typo. Yeah, so I'll have to double check that, because my brain is telling me it's the 23rd, but maybe it's the 22nd. And I don't have my schedule here in front of me. It's not on this computer. It's on my portable computer. Hey, Carl, how are you? But I got about half an hour there before they started acting up again. But now I'm keeping my eye on it. Okay, yeah, I will try to remember and do that. The thing is, I normally have a sheet of paper right here that has all the dates, and Joyce has probably taken it again. All right, bowl well, Ray. Bowl well. Hopefully you advance in the playoffs. All I know is my Roco Railjet and my ICEs never uncouple. Yeah, I got that. But see, I watch all these channels where, you know, like the American guys all talk about switching out to Katie's, get rid of this and get Katie's, and then I see other channels where they're like, they hate Katie's. You know, in the UK you had what is it? Westfield Wagons, Hunt's couplers. Who was the company that came up with them? Westfield Wagon Works or something like that? And those really seemed to catch on and were very cool. Yeah, I'll agree with that, Ifo. And that's the thing. half of my Miraklin couplers are current conducting couplers too, because they all, half my cars light up. But like these, the hobby trade, the double deckers that are hobby trade coming around right now above me, those are basically the same as Rocco, but I assume they're hobby trade couplers. But those guys stay together really nicely. But I'll tell you, the Rocco couplers do not like, at least with my layout, do not like going Steuerwagen first, even when I try it. I think those couplers are too separated. The 72060, I thought that's what I got, but I'll look into that. Thank you, John. Yeah, I'll probably, where's my notepad? Here it is. Bing, 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 bing. Because I thought that's what I bought last time. 72060. Couplers from Miraklin and dates for York dates. You use the Fleischmann Profi. I'll see if. Hey Jim, would you know, since Fleischmann, I'm sure there's a ton of them out there. I'll just Google it. But with Fleischmann now only N scale with Rocco, how easy do you think they'll be to get? Just, do you have an opinion? Because yeah, I'll look into the Fleischmann Profis, because that's one I always hear about how good they are. But of course, Fleischmann was just quality anyhow. I don't own anything Fleischmann, but since I've gotten into model trains, I've only heard good stuff about the Fleischmann products. Their locomotives, their cars. I've heard nothing but good. Whereas even with Miraklin, where I'm a huge Miraklin fan and love my Miraklin, you've got some people that are quite outright Miraklin haters. But they grew up with Miraklin in their childhood when everything was good, and Miraklin in the 80s and 90s had a downward quality tilt. Now, in all fairness, I am quite happy, and as you can tell from my channel and shows, I love my Miraklin products. The only Miraklin I bought that I'm unhappy with was the used Miraklin 101. And that has nothing to do with it being Miraklin. It has everything to do with it being used and sitting and getting locked up. Still available plenty? Cool, thank you. I will look into that, because that shouldn't be too much money. Now, do the Profis come in short and long? Because like I said, these ESU cars and the couplers they came with, crap. Now you can see they're running fine now, other than when it uncouples from the locomotive, because the locomotive has a Pico coupler, and the locomotive has a Pico coupler on it, and the cars have those ESU couplers. And yeah, I agree with that, Efo. And I would not trade off the Miraklin couplers. And of course, they do have close couplers and wider couplers. I'm not quite a rivet counter to the point where I want my cars to be as realistically close as possible. But like with my Railjet here, I love how the Railjet goes, and my ICEs are pretty cool. But Pico, I think it was, or was it Fleischmann? Who did it? Maybe Jim? Maybe it was a train on your channel a couple of months ago. Somebody had where the cars joined, they had a collapsible cup, and it just came out. And when the trains went around the corners, that carriage joint collapsed, so it made it look like it was permanently joined. And I thought, that's a brilliant idea. Why isn't that done more often? But they only couple with themselves. Well, that would be fine, because what I can always do is join the cars with the one, and then that's one of the reasons I have spares. If I have a Roco locomotive with Roco couplers, I've got extra Roco that I can take the Miraklin coupler off and put the Roco in to join the wet. You know, you have Miraklin connection on one end and Roco on the other, so you can just mix and match and put them on. I mean, they're all called Telex couplers, but they're all different designs. Or at least that's what I've been told. Jean and Ifo, correct me. Because I've heard them called Telex, and I was reading in a magazine and somebody called them Relex. R-E-L-E-X. I always heard them called Telex couplers. But, you know, I've got... Is that my last one? Well, it's time to restock anyhow. I thought I had about 5 or 6 Miraklin couplers left, and I've got one here. But I do like the Miraklin coupler system. I do like the Miraklin couplers compared to the Rocos. They all have sort of a double catch, but the Miraklin has a double catch with a brace down on it, which I think is really cool. Solenoid-driven automatic coupler from the pre-DCC MFX era. Interesting. I'm getting educated here. So what do they call this style of coupler? Because this is what I've been told is called Telex, EFO. So this is the standard Miraklin coupler. And then you can get it powered or non-powered. And you can get close couplers like this one or slightly longer. But this is the coupler that comes on every Miraklin train I have, except except the ICEs. Hey Randall, how are you? Yeah, I mean, I know they're called Kurzkupplungs, short couplers, but I mean the style. You know, I know it's a Kurzkupplung, but I mean, does this have a style? You know, like there's the Kato 57 and Kato 19 and not Kato, Katie. There's the Katie 15, the Katie 22, all these different sizes and lengths and everything. But I know this is Kurzkupplung. I mean, I know the German word, but I mean, is there like a style like this is called? Because I refer to the Roco ones because they're all the same concept. The double latch flap over a pin. You know, if I can get this in here. You know, I mean, if you know European trains, you know this. But you can see there is a there's a tongue here. And then they each have this little pin that each grabs over each other's tongue. You know, this little bit that steps up, and it's supposed to give you a double lock and secure system. But depending on how well that tongue is made, especially the Rocos, or not the Rocos, but like the ESUs, which are not as good, the knob on here on the Rocos is much shorter. It's much shorter. They don't catch as well. They don't catch as well. And they hit a bump, and they separate. All right, why am I getting that all of a sudden slow down? Because it's usually on that turnout, and that's not where we're having it happen. Who's being iffy today? Oops, anyhow, let's get off of me. Let's go do some different... Oops, missed him. Let's just see some close-ups, because like this locomotive coming right now. So it's just called the Miraklin Close Coupler. See, I've always understood this was called the Telex Coupler, but so you and EFO say no, and this is just called the Miraklin Kurzkupplung, the close coupler. Okay. And they call it an A coupler. Okay. I've never seen any of these with a spring. These just fit into the NEM sockets. Owen, it would be cool to see an ICE in O scale, but yeah, it would be so ridiculously expensive. Hey, Joe. You say with the extra hook above the hook, because this has I don't know how well you can see it, but that has it's got the main plate, and then there's an additional smaller catch inside. So you can see it's got that double flap on it. And the A style coupler is called a Relic as opposed to Telex. Okay, thank you. I have now got that clarified. That's what we're all for, right? Hey, hello, Jerry the Caledonian. But knock on wood, I don't have uncoupling problems with Miraklin. In fact, I have the opposite problem. I have yet to buy, and it's my own fault, I have yet to buy one of those little, or even buy an uncoupling track. But my Miraklins can be hard to separate. I have to get under there with my finger and pop, pop, pop. Catch the little tab down, pop up. Well, hi, Colin. Welcome in. Good to see you.
There we go. We'll catch this on a busy pass-through. Yep, that's a lot of red today. That's a lot of red. All right, Jean Ricard, that's cool to know. Not that I do shunting. The only thing, you know, if I could improve one thing, I would love to have a Schottenbahnhof where all my trains are parked and they could all access. But yeah, the slowdown is being caused by that shorter double-decker rake, the one that's on the inside. It's on lane 4. If you're counting from right to left, I always call that lane 4. I know they're not called lanes, and it's not, you know, whatever. But anyhow, that's the one that's got the bad bogey, and I accidentally put it on lane 4. And it does not like lane 4. It'll do lane 5. It'll do lanes 1, 2, and 3, but it does not like lane 4. Yeah, so I'm going to look into the Fleischmann Profis. It may be. It'll have to wait till I get back from the UK, but definitely going to look into that. And see, the thing is, during the test run yesterday, everything ran smoothly. If there's going to be problems, I'd rather it be during the test run, because then I can sort it out. Yes, I've run a freight train 3 weeks in a row now. Yes, I am running a bit of a freighter. It's a shorter freighter than I ran. Last week I was running 2 freighters. All right, there. See, when you guys tell me stuff, I have a little notepad, and I jot stuff down. So I can either study it or look it up. Whoops, not that one. Oh, he did it again. It just happened too. I was just looking to see it. What the? Ooh. I'm telling you, these ESU couplers are the crap. And I just looked and you were still running right, and then all of a sudden, bam. I should probably pull that off and put that last Roco coupler on, and maybe that would solve the problem, but I'll just wait till after it. What the heck? Just proves I'm not perfect. Oh, man. What's happening, EFO, is, I don't know, will it get blocked here in a second? Yeah. No, the guy coming down, well, yeah, now it got blocked the other way. That class 181.2, has a Roco coupler, a Pico coupler on it, and the car it's connected to has a ESU coupler, and it keeps uncoupling. It hits a part on my track, and they separate. It's not doing it every time, but obviously it's done it about 5 times today. That guy going through there. It's two different couplers, and they are not working together. Well, I heard Joyce come in, but she hasn't come down yet. But yeah, they just, and I'm not catching it. I've been watching it. Oh boy. Guess who's acting up again? Hi there. Hi. Having the run from hell today. Oh? Yeah, the guy going down right now. He keeps uncoupling, and I'm not catching it, and then running around and slamming those ESU cars in the rear, and that's created a couple of shorts. Right. And now, old Knucklehead there is acting like he did when I started having all the problems with him. Yeah. You see how he's going super slow?
He is, yeah.
I can't.
What's the motor like on the airplanes?
That's a great question. According to their manuals, they should be, with good care, they should last indefinitely.
Okay.
But as I've only...
Oh. Hi, John.
Let's,
Hi, Randall. I don't have a mic near me, so good luck. Hi, Colin. Hi, Andrew.
And here, you take the mic.
Oh, take the mic. And hi, everybody else.
Yeah, and that was the same problem. I had a short out, and then he started acting up. And we had a short out because it hit and derailed and caused the short.
Sure.
And caused the... So I'm going to just... I'm going to yank him off.
He said you could safely replace the Pico coupler with a Miracle one. Yeah, that might be what you need to do. You have a red theme today, I see.
Yep.
Yep. That one wasn't hard.
I'm just going to take this guy off.
Gosh, I know. Hi, Joe. Yeah, right. Yeah, you weren't hearing me very well at the start. Oh, man. No, I just...
You're froggy again.
I am froggy.
You're very froggy.
Yeah, I got my, I just want to get all my grading done, and then I had to switch things over, clean the fish tank, left a few things undone, ran home. Okay, he took extra long nap. Hi, sweetheart, and hi, Kyan.
Hi,
Mama
Kai.
loves you.
Opa! Hey, Kai. Hi, Lindy. How are you, sweetheart?
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I'll figure it out. Get a bag of Fleischmann 6511. When's that type considered reliable, though?
Well, I was talking about how bad these ESU couplers are.
Yeah, the Red Empire. Okay, yeah.
Well, I just took the one diesel guy off, or the lint class, because he's all screwed up again.
Maybe put your American couplers on your Renegade. That one.
So I'm going to have to basically delete him off the system and reinstall him again.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that fixed it last time.
That fixed it last time? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. Stop and breathe, I guess.
What was Matt Clarke's episode today? I'm trying to remember now.
It was the release of.
Oh, right. The 4 legs good, 2 legs bad.
Right. I didn't see anybody. I watched it. I didn't see anybody respond to that. I think some people said they liked it. Did you discuss Mellow Yellow? Mellow Yellow's by Donovan.
Right.
Somebody said it was by the Beatles.
Right. No, we changed that.
Yeah, you got
we
it.
Caught that,
Okay,
corrected that.
good. So. Hey, Artie.
Howdy do, Artie.
You know the solution to that, I know you know. Oh, those things are horrific, huh? The Bachman leaf spring knuckler couplers. Huh. Yeah, this is a little weird. I don't think you've ever done all red before.
No, I haven't. That's
But
why I
it's-
did it.
But it's funny that you can.
I came downstairs last night. I told you I couldn't come
I
up
know,
with
you didn't have an idea.
He did it again. Or did he? I just
Poor bastards in the U.S. Why are we poor bastards, Artie?
Oh, because he
Besides
can't come.
Besides your sad news, yeah.
Yeah, we I came downstairs yesterday.
Yeah, I'm sure he will need
and
to get new couplers.
I was just looking at all the trains going, I don't know which ones to run. I
Right.
don't know what, I've run that one recently, I've run that one recently, I've run
Right.
that one. And I just, all of a sudden I looked and I said, damn, I got a lot of red trains. I actually have more white trains because I can run a full 6
yeah,
in white. I've got the
white.
4 ICEs
Yeah, all
and then the
parked.
2 ICs.
I'm all parked over there.
But I was like, I've got 5 trains, 4 trains that are specifically red. The Railjet is kind of red, so that makes it 5. And then I've got
Yeah.
enough red freight.
Yeah, you do. Got a red
So
local,
I
a
said,
lot of
there
red
it is. I've
pieces.
never run all red before.
No,
I'll
you
run
haven't,
red.
yeah. Oh my goodness, that's terrible, yeah. You really hate. Support from U.S. departments is 0. Aw. Hi, Sparky.
Oh, hi, Sparky. Thanks for coming in. No such thing as being late.
Well, yeah, I'm late, so we keep it going.
Well, I'll definitely buy enough to replace the ESU couplers. Everything
Right.
else, I'll still... Like I said, my Miraklin
the
couplers with
Miraklin
my
work-
Miraklin stock is good.
Yeah, the Miraklin worked pretty well, so I'm gonna change
But
something that
I'm
works.
really looking at the Fleischmann Profis.
Yeah, just go back to Anthony buying couplers. That's not what my video was talking about. The little stuff is no big deal. It's the locos and all the other grand, expensive things y'all buy.
Well, your whole point was to
But you should communicate.
just
Yeah.
you don't ask permission.
Yes,
you
you
just work
don't.
together and buy it.
That's right,
Does
yeah.
it fit in the budget? Now, a lot of these people, they have their own
Okay.
budgets. The husband and wife have their own bank accounts.
Yeah.
We have always been a joint account. It's
Yeah,
not
Ben.
my money. It's not your
Yes,
money.
he can't sneak it.
It's our money. Our money is.
Yeah, Artie, that sounds like a plan. Just try again for next year.
May of next year.
And
We're still here.
Anthony will have more time. He won't worry about, having to take any days at all. And he wasn't worried about it in the first place. But
I'm never worried
I'm just
about
saying it won't be a thing. He'll be here. He won't
Hey,
abandon
Tom,
you.
nice to have you here.
Hi, Tom.
Hope your trip to Florida was awesome.
All you
I know you've
wanted
been
it to
back
be.
for a week, but
You're right. It can definitely add up, and sometimes it does drive me crazy. Just eBay, Amazon, and 2020, 30, 2020. It's like, what are you buying? But to check that both sides are fully closed and levers are completely in the down position.
no, Ifo, my only issues with Roco, at least the stock I have Roco,
Okay.
is when you mix it with Miraklin. Sometimes, you can mix them. They will work together. But I've got some older Roco stuff that doesn't like it.
That's rough, Artie. Because, they can get really, really difficult when you're just canceling. Locomotive, on fuel, bond service, VR.
Oh, the Pico 7116.
Okay.
Where are?
Whoops.
Yeah.
What's the
Check to see if that guy.
I wonder if somebody's on.
Oh well, no.
Okay.
I put the old red Regio on lane 4, so you know he doesn't like
okay,
that.
right. Okay. So yeah, that's just rough.
Yeah, that 143 by Pico is a piece of crap.
I don't know, Artie, maybe if you got a good doctor, he can just say you've been stuck with COVID and you can't travel anymore. My students have been using that to go to Florida. They report their child as being sick with COVID and then they come back with a tan.
Oh, there he
Whoops.
did it again. Oh my God.
Oh.
This has just been a fucking
Oh,
disaster.
sorry. Okay, well, yep, new couplers it is. And I would so totally support him buying new couplers. None of us need the stress of an uncoupling train.
Well, it's just this freaking ESU car.
Yeah, right. Yeah, that makes sense, Artie. Oh, my goodness. Misbehaving.
This is these ESU cars, and they are just, their coupling system is garbage.
Oh, that was the end of your red cars?
Garbage. Oh.
Yeah.
And this time it was the back car disconnecting from the.
Oh Lord, we better not.
Yeah, I've been running too smooth the last few weeks anyhow. I broke out some guys I haven't run in a while, and they're all deciding, yeah, we're gonna give you
We're
shit
not
today.
happy. Well, while we're being distracted here, Daisy says, how about y'all hit the like button because, you know, it's really nice. Oh, he tested positive for COVID. Oh, that stops people from traveling. Yikes. But I'm glad you had fun with your family.
Seven 71186. I was trying to look that up. Pico.
Hey, Joe. Did I say hi?
71186.
Oh, thanks, Sean. I mean, I guess there's just no other way to be, I don't think. You know the old saying, you pick your battles, and this would be a silly one. What, you gained 2? Come on, y'all, you can do better. I'll have to bring on Daisy.
Wow, I'm not finding pictures of it.
Yeah, he was Googling it. Well, Randall said he'd show you tomorrow if he's on the live feed, the ones he's talking about. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. My 2 Pico sites aren't showing it, so you'll have to send me a picture of it.
Okay.
Oh, man. Well, things have been running too smoothly for a while. I guess it was gotta happen sometime.
You have to buy me flowers. Because I'm so understanding.
Well, I'm not buying anything model train related except for potentially one thing at the end of May until I come back from Germany or
Well,
from the UK.
Yeah, it's just not a. Where we're going isn't going to give us good train shopping. Or even jewelry. Thanks, guys.
Do you want jewelry?
Probably not right now.
Yeah, you didn't even ask for jewelry at Christmas.
No, I didn't.
You were like,
And now
nah,
that
nah.
I'm wearing my one badge in there, I don't like adding more to it. I mean, now that we're not wearing masks, although it could happen again. You know, I might go more to it. I mean, that was an issue too. Definitely like my necklaces. I've lost my favorite one again. I have no idea even where to look for it. Yeah, I mean, I just don't have a clue. Right.
Yeah, I actually think it's one of the Roco radio bonds causing that. It's that track 3. I thought it was the old one, but I've now noticed it's that Roco at the same spot.
Can you change its direction?
It doesn't like it, those Roco car or those hobby trades don't seem to like being forced.
Okay.
It's an idea. I can give it a try.
Thanks, Andrew. Oh, Sean, that's sweet.
He's really kissing up.
He sure is. What can I say? And he is taking me on a trip. A good one.
Yeah, see, it's the hobby trade cars going over that bad. See, that is why this is all being redone. All
Yeah, it does
those
need to
turnouts
be
right there
redone.
are just garbage. I don't know what, there's a bad one, but that's, you know, that's where I had the one that had the dent in it. Remember, I changed that out?
I know.
So there's just bad couplers in there, and that's those extended couplers, those narrow turnouts. Nope, it's still gonna do it.
Well, she sounds like a heel, Artie. Not a gem for you. No, we're going to England. You ever heard that?
Who didn't hear that?
Sparky.
Oh,
We have tickets.
Oh, he knows, I think.
Via Air Canada. For England, June 1st.
we might go to Niagara Falls later in the summer.
Yeah, I really like that.
You like that idea, don't you?
Oh, I like Niagara Falls.
Love Niagara Falls.
Although
And now there's a model train thing up there to see.
Off-season is better, though. I mean, later in the season. I'm fine, Andrew. Thank you for asking.
I told him you had been.
You were teasing. Okay.
I told him you actually hadn't been feeling good all week.
We have. Oh, I've had a few issues, yeah, but I'm okay. Okay, Sparky. Hey, we enjoy going to Niagara Falls, although I really don't like the Locomoland. I have to say I don't really enjoy the drive there through Canada. The 401 is dreadfully boring.
That is the thing. I love driving the 401 because it's nice and straight.
Ugh.
She hates it because it's
I'm
boring scenery.
happy when we start to hit the hills. And was that Brantford, I think, when we start to hit the hills?
Somewhere in there just past.
Yeah, it's a little more interesting then.
Well, actually, no, it's just, it gets a little more interesting past that, but Hamilton is where you really hit the hills.
Okay.
I don't like driving through, I don't
I
like
thought it
taking
was
that
before
bypass through
Hamilton.
Hamilton. Actually, it's better now than it was, that new bypass they built.
When we was talking?
Yeah, just randomly goes off.
That's a little startling.
Well, he's on your side.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, it absolutely is. You're right on with me. I hate it. We would drive our Germans, and we'd get so far on the 401, And everyone would put their headphones on and go to sleep. So I am doing this, trying to stay awake. We always use walkie-talkies, so I'm talking to Anthony and, keep me awake. Well, we're flying out of Windsor. That saves us some real money.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah, we're flying out of Windsor. Although we gotta look. What is the specific requirements?
Yeah.
We should ask Steven that too. What are the entry requirements? What all do we have to carry? Can we just carry
passports, our cards?
the cards?
Yeah.
Are proof that we've been vaccinated
and boosted.
and boosted, right? That we've had all 3 shots.
The Red Hill. Where's the Red Hill?
No, the Red Hill is that one bypass in Hamilton.
Is that what you're saying? Okay, all right. I'm with you now. I will buy that as bad in rush hour. That makes a lot of sense. It's nice, the bypass.
Very scenic.
It's just nice. Yeah, it's all just, it's all just fields, and it's flat, and it's dull. Don't bring your gun. Yeah, Anthony got it. Thanks, Sparky. I don't know, early, so, in late September, take a personal day and do a 3-day weekend.
Me?
No, I will take a personal day and we'll do a 3-day weekend.
I would want it to be 4 days. There is going to be some major work done over the next couple of days. I'm very unhappy with all this.
Oh, man.
But, no, what am I trying to say?
I don't know.
No, with, you can get an international certification that you've been vaccinated.
Okay.
Because we've got to get over the border to Canada, and they've changed the rules since COVID.
Well,
you don't just flash the passport anymore.
You could probably Google it.
Because, that's what I've been trying to do, and I'm not finding exactly what I want.
It's an anthill.
They've opened the border,
right?
but
I don't know. That
and then flying into UK. So we're gonna have to talk to Andrew about that. Andrew.
I have a question too. My hairdresser has family in England and visits as often as she can. She says you need to have one of those cards that you just, I forget what she called it. Not the chip. I want to call the stamp card. That's not right. Is that right?
Our card will be fine.
Do you need a special kind of credit card when you're in England?
She may think that works easy. The thing is,
No, she said it was a thing. If you didn't have it, you were having problems.
no.
It's one of those maybe a scan card?
Well, the Oyster cards we bought.
Yeah, will be for the transfer.
Those,
transportation.
you wave it over there, but...
Yeah, that's not what she was talking about. Anybody? Any of the Englanders? Do you know? Because we have chips in our cards. Jacobite Steam thing. It's a wonderful experience. NFC-enabled debit cards? What's that? I don't know. We've got the chips in them. Is that what you mean?
Well,
and where would one find the Jacobite steam train? That's just going to give you ads. Right. We ran into that in Germany. You got the vaccine proof. Once you get your QR card, it should be your new passport. Where does one get a QR card for traveling? Good boy.
What is the QR card? Yeah, well, that's just it, Jean Ricard.
Right. It's just where do you get one? It's the Fort
Yeah, I'm gonna
William,
shut it
also
down
known
for a
as the
second.
Harry Potter train.
Yeah, but where?
Where's Fort William?
Well, Fort William's the name. It was a Hull class, I think.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
No, see, Jean Ricard, her hairdresser, who travels to the UK all the time, tells her that if you have even a chipped card, it won't work in the United Kingdom. You have to have an NFC card, you know, the ones that you can just scan.
That you wave, I think.
That you just wave over it. That no other credit card will work over there. And I'm pretty sure you'll be just fine with a chipped card.
Huh. Well, sure. It would be rude to go over there and say we're having a problem. North Scotland.
North Scotland, probably not in the cards then.
Yeah, we're only going as far as Edinburgh.
Edinburgh.
Borough.
Borough.
Yeah,
Edinburgh.
we'd love to go up into the Highlands.
We wanted to go up higher, but
not time. I think is the biggest issue.
Hey, George, I didn't see you come in. My apologies. All right, good night, Andrew. So
Night,
any in the
Andrew.
UK, do you know about this, that only credit cards that you can wave over the machine work? Because her hairdresser's got her panicking about it.
QR card should be downloaded from the CDC. Okay. We'll look into it. We'll Google it. Okay. Yeah, because that's what we have. Oh, I'm sorry, Artie.
Well, they might help us.
You're a little bitter, I see. Oh.
They're trying to stop people coming in. People going out, not a problem.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we wanted to do the Highlands, but
Okay, that's
yeah,
fine.
because
And we have that.
we've got modern credit cards. We've been on chipped cards for years.
And the first time we ran into problems when we were in Germany, and yeah, they would only take a chip, and we didn't.
We ran
have
into
one.
a couple of places years ago.
Yeah, it was quite some time ago.
Where our American credit cards did not have chips in them, and there were a couple of places we went to that would not. Oh, you have to have a chip. So that's what kind of reinforces the idea. Wait, now it has to be a scan as opposed to a chip insert.
Oh, I won't see her tomorrow. Maybe once you tap. That's what it is.
Well, it's all the same thing. It's
Yeah.
that, it doesn't go in at all. But
okay.
I don't think it's an issue. I don't think it will be an issue. And
NFC antenna? Don't know what that is. And to me the latest thing is all the apps. Which I knew one of the meat market does not want any of those. They just got it all over the place. Use your card.
Well, that's what we thought. We'd be fine.
Yeah, that's
And
fine.
I
It's
don't
just-
mind hitting an ATM. I like to have cash.
Yeah, we're that age.
I still like to have some cash. Partly because when we went to the Czech Republic, I brought back a bunch of Czech coins just because it's kind of like a souvenir, money from another country. And I just think it's cool to have it around. So, yeah, I would probably bring back some British pounds. Just like when I go to Europe, I always bring back 100 to 150 euros, so that the next time I travel, I have cash on me right away.
Makes sense.
But I do like to use cash at times. It's easier to pay in card, but well, actually, in Germany, they want you to use card more than cash. If you're a tourist in Prague, they tell you just use your card, don't use cash,
Right.
and certainly watch out who you exchange with.
It makes sense to use.
Look out for the Scottish pounds.
It makes sense to use your card for most things. It's
Right.
It's more secure and.
Yeah.
Use the credit card.
Well,
if your
if your wallet gets stolen, it's a little easier to protect yourself. If you have all cash in your wallet and gets stolen, you're screwed.
you're
If
out
you have
of
a
nothing.
card, you can stop the card.
I would assume we're going to use card more than.
Oh, I can guarantee we
Yeah.
will use the card more.
It just feels silly to use your cards to buy, like a pop.
But like for years, our previous credit cards, anytime we paid for something overseas, whether here in the United States and I'm booking in advance, they charge you 3 different times. Foreign transaction fee, doing business overseas fee, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
Oh, and the exchange rate conversion fee.
Yeah. So no, we.
All BS. So we finally went with a bank that doesn't charge you that, but we still get charged.
Yeah, we've got a credit card that has no foreign travel transactions. So.
But it still charges the one fee.
I don't think so. I don't think it's gonna. We'll find out. I don't plan on using it in the ATM. I don't even know what the PIN for it is.
Right,
We're
yeah.
not using ATM. We're using our debit cards.
But that's the thing. Like our debit cards charge us foreign ATM fee plus a foreign transaction fee plus the 3-cent on the dollar jack up on the exchange rate. If they say the exchange rate is 110, you pay 113. You don't. No matter what the exchange rate is, we have to pay 3 cents over.
Comment.
What's that?
We'll do that.
Gov.uk.
Gov.uk.
All right.
Yep, we will.
Because I was
absolutely
looking
do
to that. I was looking to that. And I just was not finding what I wanted.
Yeah. So pockets in your underwear to hide your cash.
Yeah, but it looks really funny getting it out. Hang on. Oh, yeah, that's the quarter. Yeah. Oh, that's a 10-pound note.
Oh, man.
That's,
Yeah, we do
what's the
all
one
right.
Beatles song? Mean Mr. Mustard.
Yeah.
Keeps that 10-bob note up his nose.
Yeah. Well, because I see red. There you go. Yeah, we tend to keep cash in the front pockets. They're harder to get at.
And the thing is, it's our first trip to the UK, so maybe some things will be different, but we have been to Europe 16 times.
Right. And we've been in
We've been in Berlin and Hamburg, Munich, Paris. I don't want to jinx it, but we know how and where to carry things
not our first
with
rodeo.
us.
Yeah.
Yeah, you said it.
Ooh.
It's not our first rodeo.
Right.
I've always hated that phrase. It's not my first rodeo.
Okay. It's all right. Just take it.
I don't know. The British pound has a lot of weight. They're expensive.
Yeah, they are.
I need $1.30 to buy
Although,
1
really,
pound.
do you want something that's come out of somebody's underwear? Whoo! I know that's what Randall was saying.
It's very rare. When I have my wallet, I literally walk around with my wallet in my
Creepy
front
coming
pocket
down
with
the
my
road.
hand
Yeah.
on it.
Be is not a verb.
All right, take care, Joe. Oh, I won't even change at the airport. I won't take
Night,
American
Joe.
money. I don't know if I can't tell if you're being sarcastic there, Jean, but I would never exchange at the airport. That's the worst exchange rate, period. At least if you're coming into America or going over, the exchanges at the airport are
I'm sure they will.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
I go to an ATM that has my program on it, and I get the lowest exchange rate I will get.
Yeah, and actually it is it's hard to get people to exchange. I mean, this is our experience in Germany. It's very hard to actually get anybody exchange dollars for.
Yeah, in Germany
euros.
they don't like to exchange for
They
American
just
money
tell
anymore.
you use your debit card and get money out that way.
And that's the best exchange rate. Like in Prague, there's all these scandals where these guys will walk up to you and say, "We can give you a better exchange rate," and then they're giving you Belarusian money that's not even
Not worth
valid.
anything,
It has an expiration date on it. And most of the businesses in Prague that do exchange rate are ripoffs. They rip you off. So you have to go to specific ones or specific banks or ATMs that have your system, whether it's Cirrus, Star, Plus, or whatever your system is, and then you're good. You will get the best exchange rate you can get. So we don't have a problem with it. And the thing is, people will like, well, I want to take 1,500 out at one time. And it's like, well, don't do that. Joyce and I always had a cash amount, like this is how much we want in cash, just in case, like we have to get a meal and they don't take a card.
Yeah. Yeah, especially if you're dealing with.
Yeah, exactly, Sparky. It's the easiest.
Yeah. Yep. You don't need to talk to anybody.
So we just
Okay.
we just go to an ATM. Like I said, when I'm going,
Yeah.
the first trip to Europe, obviously I didn't have any European money, but we went to an ATM and got the money. And from that time on, from that first trip on, I always have euros on me.
Yeah.
I always
Just
have
come
euros
back.
on me.
That's really nice because when we get there, then we have some of the correct currency already.
So when
and
I get to Heathrow, that's going to be the first thing.
somebody picks us up, let's go out to dinner.
We're going to
Okay.
be using the credit card. We'll be using the credit card the first day or two until we can find an ATM that we know is not a ripoff.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't even know if we go that high.
I wouldn't think so either.
We go about 300.
Oh, if that.
Yeah, we usually have 200.
I mean,
That's
that would
not
have-
always. On
That would
certain
have
days.
to like make a trip.
On certain days, we'll take 200 or 300 out. Now there are certain places we had to pay in cash. Like the one hostel wanted cash.
You can speak French as well. Good for you.
She doesn't.
No.
No,
I
you're
cannot
not
speak
bilingual.
French.
You're not
You
bilingual.
were saying like me, that would be very wrong. I'm trying to learn German.
But like I said, we've been to Europe, so we're not really worried about it. But again, any of these exchange businesses, they charge you even more. ATM is the easiest, and if it's your system, Star, Cirrus Plus, whatever, most of the time the only charge you're going to get is the 3-cent markup charge. Every now and then we go to a bank where if you're not a member of that bank, they charge you a $2 or a €2 charge, like to use this ATM. We've done that a couple of times.
You can see through their money.
So we are, we know how to do the basic traveling. The UK, our biggest thing in the UK is getting around.
Wow.
That is our only fear. Is because in Germany, the train, the bus, and the
Right.
rail system
They're
is
easy to
all
read.
covered so easily. And in the UK, there are so many different entities, and they do not work hand in hand. In fact, several people from the UK sent me emails saying, try this company, try this, try Real Trains, try group trains, blah, blah, blah. And none of them were working. Well, I shouldn't say none. Half were down, and the other half were saying, well, we don't work with this company and this company anymore. So it's been crazy. And in Germany, public transport is just cheap, and it's
Ours
easy to get around. Joyce and I have never rented a car. In 16 trips to Germany, we have never rented a car. We walk, catch a bus, catch a subway, catch a streetcar, catch a train. And it's easy to do, and you can get
Really,
anywhere.
that's interesting, Raymond.
That's just it, Sparky. The rail pass doesn't exist anymore. Since you've been there, it's gone. David Jones, Cottesmore, he tried to link us to it, and then I tried it, it didn't work, and he said, oh, yeah, it doesn't work. There is no rail pass.
Right.
It's gone.
Yeah, we already have our tickets. Well, we reserved them at least and paid for them. No, we didn't.
We've got
Yes,
our
we did.
main trips. Yeah, we paid for them.
Yeah, we did. So,
Our long train trips
Yeah,
are
we have
paid
the
for
long
now.
trips.
Our long
Yeah.
trips, the big trips, we've got our tickets. They're taken care of.
thanks, Artie.
Yeah, well, that's why I'm telling you, Sparky. The UK Rail Pass does not exist. It's gone.
Yeah.
It's not there.
They privatized
Yeah.
too far, I guess, or something.
Yeah, because that was one of the first things somebody told us to do.
Yeah,
Get the
to
rail
do,
pass.
right,
And
and
we
we
went
looked
to
into
the
it.
website, and it doesn't exist anymore.
BS pass is good.
The BS pass is good.
The bullshit pass, yeah.
But like I said, we've got our main trip. But there are places I want to go. Where in Germany, there would be a bus, there would be a tram. And in the UK, like I want to go to the Towton battlefield. And you have to rent a car to get out there. There's no bus that goes out there. There's no cruise that goes out there. From York, it would be about a 1-hour trip. You have to rent a car. There is no bus or train that goes out to the Towton battlefield. And what's the other one that it was Towton I wanted to go to.
One of the other ones. Yeah.
Bosworth Field is in the area. And now in the UK, we're going to the battlefield of Bannockburn and Stirling Bridge.
So, yeah, it's probably going to happen this time. But the first right turn, you were done. Wow.
Same thing, driving on that side of the road.
Yeah.
That's the thing. If I have to
that's
rent
the
a car,
I've just been thinking about that. Wow.
I might be looking at paying a bundle and hiring a taxi, drive me out there and come back and get me.
You go left in the roundabouts, not right.
Yeah. Well, but the first right turn would be, our right turns are easy. Their right turn is cross traffic, and you're not used to that.
Yeah, right. So, ew.
So yeah, but we'll figure that out when we're there.
Yeah, we figure we can.
Because I've got trip money. I still got to pay for all our hotel reservations. That's not what's paid for yet. We got to pay for our trip reservations.
Yeah, it could be an Uber. We might.
That would be a little scary. Foreign Uber.
Figured out how to use taxis.
Because Joyce and I never even used taxis in Germany. Our last trip, 2019, our last trip to Germany before the showstopper hit,
Wow.
we used a taxi because our luggage, walking to the station, it was a 25-minute walk to the train station, uphill, up a steep
and we
incline.
really didn't know where we were going either.
So the first time it was late, we were already late back to the place when we weren't sure where it was. So we took a taxi, but then we said when we're leaving, we're taking a taxi because we weren't walking up that hill.
Yeah, because the park didn't work.
Yeah. Walking up that hill with those bags.
Well,
would
and
not
it was
have,
on a dusty park and all kinds of stuff. So.
But Jean Ricard, our Bear Lane Stephen Price told us avoid them.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's the thing. We've been working with Steven, and this is the direction he is. Okay.
Yeah, that would be the other thing, the steering on the other side. And then where's the gas pedal? Because obviously I'm used to right foot on the gas pedal, and I don't drive stick shift.
Okay.
I don't. So.
Right. We know.
But see, to me, that actually would make it easier. To me, that would make it easier because the driver's on the inside.
He's always on the traffic side.
Yeah. So that would actually be somewhat reasonable because you're driving on the inside.
Yeah, but turns are going to be a bear.
But turns would be weird.
Yeah. Like I say, just a roundabout. Our instincts, we go right around them, and you would go left around them, and that would be very weird.
But in Germany, there's only one place I ever needed somebody to drive me to. That was the battlefield, the
Right.
Teutoburger
So
Wall
our
battlefield,
friend
where
is-
there was a bus that went out there, but he wanted to see
Yeah,
it,
our friend
so he drove
decided
us.
he would like to see it, so. Okay. Pedals are the same, thank you. That's nice to know.
But
Accelerator right, brake on the left.
yeah, it would be weird. It'll be a little different.
Right, yeah. Because they don't.
But we
But I don't know that it really is, because even though they're on the wrong,
'Cause that's what we
the
have to
wrong
do this
side, the
weekend
other
is
side
sit
of the
down.
car, yeah, we do.
'Cause while
But they're
we're-
still on the right side of the
while
road.
we're in Cardiff, we want to go to Gloucester.
And I mean right, not left.
While we're in Cardiff, we want to go to Gloucester, and you want to go to that zip line place.
Yeah. Why not?
And
To our first zip line
there's something else in
experience.
Cardiff we're supposed to go see. And then when we're up at Bangor, Wales, we're going to Bangor, Wales, not Bangor, Ireland.
Or
We're going to
Maryland,
Bangor,
or Maine.
Wales. I want to see Carnarvon Castle, Conwy Castle, and we're going to go visit Alan Wiles at Dragon Junction. We're going to visit him. And then when we're in Liverpool, we want to go down to Manchester and visit Jim
And if any
at
of
Hover
you,
Motion.
any of you live near these places and would be interested in going with us and giving us a ride, that would be nice.
Yeah, so if anybody's in New York and wants to drive me to all these battlefields, I'll pay for gas.
Do a UK driving game to practice.
Oh, God. That sounds scary right there.
It sure does. You will learn the junctions. Oh,
Yep.
I'm sure.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure. Right, Sparky, that's what he was saying. The
Yeah,
yellow,
it's on the
you're
inside. That
of
would
the
actually make it
traffic.
easier.
That would help, but I still think the turns would just be freaky. Yeah, we understood it. Yeah, we know. We can just tell already. We don't need to meet him in person to know that.
He just has to wear long pants.
It was merely an observation. Don't give me a hard time.
It was funny, but no. Yep. So
Yeah.
that's why I say it's that's the worry is getting to some of the if
Right.
we can get there by bus or train, no problem. Because I get my first retirement check the day we leave, and then I get my second to last
Gotcha.
work paycheck the day after we get there. So the day we leave, I get my first retirement check, and then that's June 1st, and then I get my second to last employment check. So basically, one of those two checks is a free paycheck.
Again, Jean traveling in Germany, we know it's expensive.
We know.
Yeah,
We know how expensive it is.
that is
Again,
a thing.
even though we don't drive in
So,
Europe, we're with people who
If
drive.
we can
And we've
use
seen
public
that $10 a gallon.
transportation, we'd rather.
Yeah, we'd rather use public transportation, but we've already been told there's a couple places we want to go where there is no public transportation access.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I know gas is $10 a gallon, and so I knew that
Yeah.
before I say that.
Yeah, we know.
We know, again, not our first rodeo. It's just a different rodeo. It's a
Yeah.
different horse we're riding
Right.
this time.
Right, I know, and we're willing to chip in if somebody will drive.
But that's why we say we'll drive.
Yeah, we understood what you meant. Right. And that's why it's so
yeah,
hard
some parts of Wales. When's the next bus? Next week.
Oh, shoot.
So, yeah, that's
Not encouraging.
But, you know, it was going to be hard to find a place to stay in London. We found a place to stay in London.
Yeah.
We've got our London stuff, what we want to do and where. But York, there are some specific things I want to do while I'm in York. But it's not filling up our whole schedule. And there are things we wanted to do that we can't do because we just aren't going to be in that region. There was just only so much time to do everything I'd want to do in the UK. We'd have to spend 2 months there.
Oh, a year. Yeah.
2 to 3 months easily.
Right. Understood. They're more expensive here, too. So it would make sense. Oh, thanks, Artie.
What, you'll meet us in the UK? What's the airfare from Australia to the UK, Artie?
Do you go the other direction?
They go up to the North Pole and then hang a sharp right. That's how they sneak in. Because I have a
Thank you. We appreciate it.
no politics here, But you mentioned that situation, Artie. I have an exchange student.
That's cool.
In my German 1 class from Russia, and we've talked about how she's getting home because she's supposed to go home in a couple of weeks. And they've already had to change her flights. They canceled her original home flight, and she has to fly from New York City to somewhere to Istanbul and then get herself back up home. Where originally she was supposed to go to Moscow, but they have to fly her around the war zone.
Okay.
And that's all, we'll talk about that, but this is a kid from Russia. She is from Russia. She's a sweetheart. She's a really nice kid. And I don't know. I mean, I don't even know roughly where Sam's train is.
Yeah, where is Sam?
I don't know, because London is such a huge metropolitan area. And
is he in London?
I thought he was in London, but the only people I specifically know where they are because I'm going to visit them is Alan is in a little town in North Wales, and very close to Conwy, about an hour and a half away, and where we're going to be at. And Jim is near Manchester, which is a 13. I think it's going to cost us about £20 for you and me to go there and back.
So £2 a liter. Wow.
Yeah, that's that's $8.
How many liters in a gallon?
4. So it's $8 a gallon, which is what Germany is.
Yeah, I would say that's what Germany was. Yeah, when we were there last.
So yeah, that's about $8 a pound or $8 a gallon, which is what Germany has been for years. Germany's up to about $10 a gallon right now, I think.
Yeah, because I always say gas is hard to figure out because it's in liters.
But there's 4 liters in a gallon.
And then it's in
a liter and a quart are
so
almost
you have
equal.
you have to convert the liters to gallons, and then you have to convert the money, and it's kind of a pain.
Now, Andrew, 156 Andrew, you are from near Glasgow, aren't you? Because you talk about Glaswegian a lot. You're near Glasgow. We are going to be in Edinburgh. See, I said Edinburgh again. Edinburgh.
5 liters to a gallon? Thank you. I know it's easy to Google.
No, it's not. It's 4 liters to a gallon.
I'm sure he Googled it.
Honey, I teach it every year.
Okay.
A liter and a quart are almost the same, like 99%.
That makes it easier, too. Go. Yeah, well, that's tough. Ooh.
But we're going to be in Edinburgh for just under 4 days. We arrive, and then we have 3 full days, and then we leave.
Yeah, we're planning on looking at that massive castle because we like castles.
So we're going to Edinburgh Castle, we're going to Stirling Castle, and we're going to the Stirling Battlefield. We want to hit Wallace Castle if possible. We're going to meet up with Chris from Hales Heritage Railway, and we're going to go over to the Bannockburn Battlefield to deposit my friend's ashes.
I'm sorry, we got all these different amounts. Okay, and that's the thing. That's why we're putting out our itinerary, because we would love to meet with as many people as we can. And if you are close enough to us and can just talk to us and arrange
if you want to go with us to one of these sites, or if you know the site and want to be our tour guide to it.
Sure, that'd be perfect.
We'd be cool with that.
We're doing the meet and greet in...
See, now they're talking imperial gallons.
I know, which is a little different. Not the same. So, that's the problem when you Google. You might not be in the right place.
Yeah, see, 3.78 liters to a U.S. gallon.
Yeah, that's the one I think we're thinking is the right one. U.S. Siri. So anyway, yeah, we would love to meet up with as many people as we can, and we're having our meet and greet in
York, and
York.
you've got the paper, and I thought it was June 23rd, and somebody said I posted it as June 22nd.
It's upstairs. Remember the cat puked on it.
Right.
Yeah, so it's upstairs.
But it's also on my computer upstairs. David Jones from Cottesmore just said text him and tell him
okay.
what the official date is so he can take it off and be there.
Perfect.
Your pints and gallons are big. Oh, there we go. You're starting to sound like Texans, Clive.
Meet and greet in a field. Actually, it's a museum. But anyway, but yeah, we could do dinner with any of you or lunch or whatever would work. But since we're trying to stick with public transportation, it would be nice if you found us.
Because we will, if you want to meet with us somewhere, we can.
That's terrible, Randall. You don't have an automatic stop. It's too expensive to have it flow out. I try to get every drop. I shake it.
I fill it up until the automatic stop stops, and then I keep pumping until I get to a round number.
And with all this talk of liters and gallons and stuff, I am 100% pro-metric and wish the United States would get its act together with the rest of the world.
You're giving away we're commies, dear.
Oh, as I tell my students, you have to learn two systems. And what's easier, multiplying by 16 or 10?
It's all the same distance. It doesn't matter how you count it. It's 7,363 cubits from here to there.
Yeah.
No, we're proponents of the metric system.
Oh, absolutely.
And
it would make so
with
much
all our
more
years
sense.
in Germany, that's just it. My students are amazed because I can go Celsius to Fahrenheit very easily.
Yeah, I can.
I don't need a calculator. I don't need a device.
I just know benchmarks. But yeah, it's 6 o'clock.
Oh, it's after 6. It's 6:13, dear.
It's 6:15. Wow, did you have a long... Are you trying to turn everything back on?
No, I'm turning it all off for now.
Gotcha.
I turned it off a while ago thinking...
So anyway, we're very excited if it all works. We just got all this stuff to worry about.
But you can look for us. You can look for us on Facebook, Anthony Dodge. I have my own Facebook page, Anthony Dodge, and then the Model Train Outsider. We posted our itinerary on Facebook.
Well, and I think
a couple of weeks
put
ago.
it on your YouTube channel too, because that's where most people know you.
And I will put it on YouTube as well. And but we just want to get a few other things straight. You know, like what exactly are we doing in York and
yeah, we
how,
do. The
only thing that's settled is
once
whatever the
we get
gate
there,
is.
we'll entertain ourselves. How
the National
because somebody likes
Railway Museum, the York National Railway Museum,
likes to stay busy.
Yeah. Not pointing fingers or anything.
Yeah.
But somebody needs to be
Somebody
kept
really
busy.
likes to have something to do.
And that something to do could just be walking hills.
They do call to me. Yeah, I know. I remember a teacher just panicked when I was in 4th grade trying to teach us the metric system. She didn't understand it, so she had absolutely no way of doing it.
Yep. So, yeah, it is our dinner time, so we've actually yacked longer than normal.
So, nice to see you guys.
It used to be 5:30, now then it's become quarter of, 6 o'clock, now it's 6:15. But we're talking the trip, and we're excited, and
yeah, we are.
It's coming soon. But anyhow, we're going to have to call this a night.
Okay, Randall.
And everybody's chatting off anyhow.
Right.
So, again, you can contact me via my email. Everything is on my Facebook and YouTube channel. If you go to the About Me, my email's there. I don't hide it from anybody.
Search search Facebook for them, and you can message them too. That's fast.
And if you find anything out, like, hey, Dodge, I was looking this up and we found this for you.
I'm not as easy. I went private. Yeah, it's 100 times easier.
You need to be private. People come after you.
Yeah, I guess.
You get creeps after you. And you've already married one, and that's enough. All right, so anyhow, we are going to do a quick thanks for everybody joining in, all of you that stayed, all of you who watch on reruns at later times, thanks for doing so.
Yep.
And I will catch you next week when my trains are running better than they were running today, because I will take these crappy ones off. So,
hey, get new couplers.
Auf Wiedersehen.
And choose.
And happy trains. Take care, everybody.
Bye. Okay. I just decided on Fridays I don't have a dinner plan.